Yes, people, welcome back to Crime Daily. A series of incriminating messages led police to an array of blank firing guns that had been converted into deadly weapons. Mark Namara, 28, had been exchanging messages with his then girlfriend about the firearms he brought from Bury Air Guns. These were later recovered on his girlfriend's phone following a search of his house in Oldham, wherein officers also found two guns, one of which had been converted to be able to fire live ammunition. His messages also referred to another man, Corey Atkinson, 26, who brought metal poles which were used to modify the guns. Atkinson's house, also in Oldham, was searched and officers found 5 further guns, ammunition and a cannabis farm. Both men pleaded guilty to conspiracy to sell, transfer firearms and ammunition, and conspiracy to convert imitation firearms into prohibited weapons. Yesterday, they were jailed for a combined total of 20 years. Prosecuting Adrian Farrell said that officers unearthed a box inside a black bin liner which had been buried in a woodland off Edinburgh Close in Wigan in September last year. The box was wrapped in nappies which had been doused in WD-40 to mask the smell for any tracker dogs and contained 2 handguns and 24 rounds of ammunition. The pistols were different models of Rete 9mm self-loading blank cartridge firing handguns which had each been modified by the replacement of the original barrel with a metal barrel, he said. The ammunition consisted of 17 modified 9mm rounds and 7 modified 8mm blank cartridges, which were found to have been converted into live ammunition. DNA found on the weapons was later confirmed to be that of Atkinson. Following a search of McNamara's home, his girlfriend's phone was recovered and analysed and contained messages implicating his involvement in a wider conspiracy. In one message, McNamara sent his girlfriend a web link to a steel tubing supplier, Metals for You, which Atkinson was later found to have a receipt for metal tubing from. The prosecutor said this demonstrated both men were involved in the preparatory steps of the conversion of the guns. Other messages showed McNamara's involvement in purchasing the blank firing weapons. One message to his girlfriend read, "Can you take me to Bury tomorrow about 12ish to Bury Air Guns, please?" He added, "I know someone and get a bit of money for it, they're legal, so it's nothing to me." When his partner asked what he wanted guns for, he said, "Bob and his mate, I get paid and could really do with the extra money as well." Bob was later established to be a nickname for Atkinson. The following day, McNamara purchased 6 Rete blank firing 9mm handguns from Bury Air Guns, Mr. Farrell continued. Blank firing firearms sold in the UK are required to be painted in a bright colour by the Violent Crime Reduction Act 2006, but the coloured paint is usually removed during the conversion process to give it the appearance of a live weapon, the court heard. Further messages showed that McNamara was involved in testing weapons at the Daisy Nook Country Park. In one message he said, "Just been down Daisy Nook, tested one of them, waiting for guys to get back now with cash." In another message he said, "I've been down the Nook with 3 big and mean black men doing that, dodgy isn't the word." In a search of McNamara's home, officers recovered the phone as well as a loaded Rete Model 17 which had been converted to fire live ammunition. Officers also found a 22 caliber air cartridge revolver. McNamara was jailed for 6 years in November last year after pleading guilty to possession of those weapons. It was only when the messages between himself and his partner came to light that he was implicated in the wider conspiracy. A search conducted at Atkinson's home resulted in the discovery of a cannabis farm with an estimated yield between 1 and 2.7 kilograms. Also found was a drawstring bag containing 13 modified 9mm bullets, a Rete Model 17, a Rete Model 11, as well as 3 other self-loading pistols in a black bin liner. On a patio, in a Tesco bag, officers found a Rete firearm box, 6 plastic barrels, sawn off metal tubes and a cutting disc. Mitigating for Atkinson, who had no previous convictions, Ben Knight detailed his client's basis of plea, which highlighted issues he and his family were experiencing after he became indebted to loan sharks. He said the debt mounted and he acted under a degree of pressure to hold weapons. He can't do anything. There is no way out for him or his family. He had been trapped and his family are trapped, Mr. Knight said. There was no expectation of significant financial advantage. There was an expectation he would have his kneecaps removed. Mitigating for McNamara, who has 24 previous convictions for offences including burglary, Stephen Sullivan said he was just trying to make a few meagre payments to supplement his benefits. It was not a significant amount of money. Sentencing Judge Tina Landale said these offences were detected through a thorough investigation which found professionally concealed guns and ammunition in a shallow grave in Wigan in September last year. Atkinson, I find you played a pivotal role in the conspiracy and were a key facilitator. McNamara, together with Atkinson, you tested and transferred them. Atkinson of Farm Road was jailed for 12 years, and McNamara of Baconfold Drive was jailed for 8 years, both of which they will have to serve 2/3 of their sentence before release. The weapons and ammunition was ordered to be destroyed. Yeah, guys, another mad one anyway. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. Peace.